Did you know that 38% of trekkers fall sick immediately after their trek? They usually have fever, cough, cold, fatigue, and this lasts usually 2-3 days. Now this is what we call trek fever, where you fall sick immediately after your trek. Why does it happen and can it be avoided? I'll tell you that in today's video. I'm Swati from India Hikes and you're watching Trek with Swati. First, let's find out why trek fever happens. When you're on a high altitude trek, your body is putting in a lot of effort to help you climb that mountain. You're overworking your lungs, your heart, your muscles, your legs, everything. And you're also eating into a lot of energy that your body has saved up so far in the form of your fat deposits, your immune system, your muscles, everywhere. So if you think of your body as a battery, your battery is slowly depleting every day, and by the end of your 6 or 7 day trek, it's completely depleted, especially your immune system. So this is where trek fever happens. You finish your trek, you come down to the cities, the environment is completely different, the air you breathe is a lot more polluted, you're coming in contact with a lot more people, and there are a lot of infections also. So normally your immune system would have battled these infections with the blink of an eye. But now with your immune system at an all-time low, you're going to succumb to different kinds of infections. And these are usually your cough, cold, fever, basic things. And these usually go away in 2-3 days and don't really need any medical care. But if it does not go away in 2-3 days, then you might have to visit a doctor. Speaking of doctors, one of my colleagues, Sri Lakshmi, she recently went on the Buran Ghati trek and she also came back and had trek fever. So let's hear what she has to say.
So Swati, in my experience, a lot of trekkers fall mildly sick after they finish the trek. This could just be a mild sore throat or a fever. But this is the body's first line response in preventing a bigger infection. This usually gets worse if the trekker does not take adequate care of their nutrition or does not rest enough. And this is what most trekkers do. They have a lot of street food and they do not take adequate rest after they finish the trek. I strongly recommend trekkers to rest and have good nutrition after the trek and to take care of their body after the trek, because this is when it needs it more, when your body is recovering.
Always good to learn from a doctor. Thank you, Sri Lakshmi. So let's talk about how you can completely avoid trek fever. Basically, there are 4 things you have to follow to prevent trek fever. First thing is run that extra mile to get fit for your trek. I've seen that none of my fit colleagues usually get trek fever. If you see our trek leaders, they are as energetic as they are before their trek, even after their trek. All they need is that 1 day of rest before they go on to their next trek. So fitness really helps because your body is not eating into your immune system. It's enduring the entire trek just based on your fitness. So get fit before your trek. Second thing, rest enough before your trek. I know that trekkers usually fly to a middle point, then take an overnight train, then again travel to the base camp. It's 2 days of constant travel, and that's already exhausting before your trek even starts. So you need to avoid that. Try and put 1 day of rest in between. Either in a central point like Dehradun, or maybe even after reaching the base camp you can rest for a day. But that rest is really important because it helps your body recuperate before it starts using up energy again. The third point is avoid sightseeing immediately after your trek. Now, a crowded place with sweaty tourists is the last thing your immune system needs. So any sightseeing, ideally keep it before your trek, except if it's bungee jumping or rafting, those you keep for after. But after your trek, rest for around 1 or 2 days and then do all this sightseeing and other adventure sports. Fourth thing is avoid junk food immediately after your trek. I've seen trekkers just coming down from their trek and immediately gorging on all their Manchurians, momos and whatnot. But those are not healthy, so keep your food healthy at least for 3 days after your trek and only then indulge yourself in junk food. So those are 4 points you must follow to avoid trek fever. Fitness, rest before your trek, avoiding sightseeing after your trek, and also avoiding junk food after your trek. These will keep trek fever away and will definitely help you have a good comeback to the city and continue with your life. If you've had trek fever, then share your experience with us in the comments below. It's always good to learn from other trekkers. If you have any doubts, then write to me on trekwithswati@indiahikes.com. Even if it's slightly medical, it's fine. I'll take the help of my colleague Sri Lakshmi to answer it. We are also on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, so make sure you follow us there to be updated with the trekking world. And guys, we're constantly making these videos on altitude and how altitude affects your body and different trekking trails as well. So make sure you hit subscribe and also the notify button next to the subscribe button. I'm Swati from India Hikes and you're watching Trek with Swati.